I redesigned the main six from My Little Pony. Whoa, hold on. How did that happen? I think we need some context first. Rewind! When I was little, come on, I'm still a story timer. I can't leave out the story part, can I? When I was little, I watched this show called My Little Pony. Ah, yes, the good times. I was in love with the show and still am. Call me a brony, cause this is canon, baby! Back to the characters though. I always thought that designs were perfect and didn't need any changing whatsoever. But as I grew up, both as a person and as an artist, I started to notice some flaws, and today I get to finally fix them, in my own way. So sit back, relax, grab a pie and some tea, and watch me suffer when my drawing program decides to hate me. Before we start though, I have a little surprise. You like it? I hope so, cause these took a long time to make. Write your thoughts in the comments. Now, what are our rules for today? Well, first, when redesigning these characters, we should keep their personalities in mind and make them more clear. That's why we're doing the whole redesigning thing in the first place. And yeah, I get that I'm far from a professional artist, I'm still learning about character design, but let's learn together, shall we? And second is to keep designs simple, so it wouldn't be a nightmare to animate. So we can just give them a million details and hope it works. Keep it simple. Guys, I know how important that is. I animate like every day, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Got that? Good. Let's start. I chose Rarity first because she's one of my favorites. She's a total fashion icon, so I made her mane bigger for a better and clearer and more memorable silhouette, which is important, guys. And I gave her some accessories. I gave her a little choker and these earrings, which are actually inspired from her crystal pony design. And I gave her these rings on her horns because I've seen people do that and that kind of looks cool, but I guess she doesn't need to wear them all the time. Yeah. I also gave her chest fur because I like it. Yeah, that kind of sounds weird. Anyways, I made her pose more recognizable and I made her taller to avoid the same body type syndrome that all of the main characters have. Yeah, I'm not roasting. I get that it was done for reasons to like keep the animation simple. I'm just saying, guys. All right. I tried giving her pupils, but it didn't quite work, and I'm still trying to figure out my style. That's kind of how I draw eyes when they're not just two lines. So that is what we're gonna stick with today. So for now, and then I'll figure it out. All right, don't worry. I also changed her cutie mark because, guys, only while making this video I realized that the lines on her cutie mark was supposed to be stitches, so yeah, well. Now I can talk about her character for a little. I love her, she's one of my favorites, as I said, and not much to say about her, honestly. I don't ship her with anyone. I know people ship her with Spike, but then you realize that Spike's a little baby dragon, and then it kind of becomes awkward. So yeah, she's a cool character though. I love her. So we're already finished. I made her a little background and we're done. Yeah. Now before we move on, I want your opinion. I can make the next set of redesigns on my OCs because I have a whole main 6 of my own, and I can redesign them because they could use a little redesigning. Or I can redesign Equestria girls. I'm honestly gonna do both of them at some point, but which one would you prefer to do first? You can write those in the comments, or go and vote in the poll in my community tab. Alright, let's move on. This is awkward, I'm sorry. Let's move on. Next character is Pinkie Pie. Now, I know this one looks a bit in low quality. I'm sorry, Krita just decided to hate me. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Blame Krita, okay? Alright. So, Pinkie Pie, she is my favorite character, and some people say I'm kinda like her. I have the same personality, and the fact that I like light pink isn't helping. Personally, I don't see it. I don't know. Write your thoughts in the comments, I guess. Now, back to the redesign. I made her look like she's jumping and in the air, and she will be kinda shorter than others, like kinda chubbier and cuter. I also made her fluffy, and I made her hair fluffy too, like her younger version and her chaos version. I actually started coloring on the wrong layer, but I noticed quickly, thank God. I made her eyes rounder. Now, a little lesson for everyone who wants to know about character design. I made her shapes more rounder to emphasize her bubbly personality, but you can also see there are a lot of spikes like in her fur and hair. It also like emphasizes that she's a party pony and a little crazy, honestly. And yeah, that's the shape language. I also stuck with the number 2. You can see her furs have 2 spikes on her chest, on her ears. You can also see that on her legs those squiggly lines are 2 or 4. And above her eyes, I gave her 2 lashes which look round and are kind of in a heart shape, so kind of conveys her personality. I don't know, I thought it looked good. And also, I tied her mane up like in her future design, and also her tail too, and they're held with these candy looking things. Those are probably the Edible Rocks mod discovered. I don't know, they kind of look cool. Kind of like candy, and it's her personality, like she likes candy. I also changed her cutie mark because 3 balloons aren't really making her personality all that clear, so I added a cupcake. And I made the balloons look like hearts because it looks cute, I don't know. So she turned out to be bubbly. I added a little background with hearts. Again, I love hearts. And so this is how she turned out. Yay! Now for the final one, we have Rainbow Dash. Again, sorry for the low quality. Krisha decided to hate me again. So anyways, I made her body look more athletic because, you know, she likes to fly and fast. I gave her these feathers on her legs, and I made feathers on her wings a little darker because I've seen people make her whole body darker, but I didn't really like that. And only making the feathers on her wings darker just seemed good. I don't know. I made her hair go back actually because she flies a lot and a lot of wind will make her hair go back. This is actually canon because Wonderbolt and her future version have that hairstyle, so that will make her personality more clear, I guess. And I made her tail shorter because she doesn't look like someone who would care about her tail, so I totally see her cutting it off to make her life easier. Because manes take a lot of work to maintain. I would know, look at my mane. And like with Pinkie, I stuck with number 3. I made the feathers on her legs 3. I made her wings kind of 3 feathers and then 3 feathers, like you get the point. And I made her eyes more pointier, the shape language again. And I thought giving her a 1 eyelash, but then I added 2 more and it kind of looked cooler. And again, 3. Consistency, okay, guys. And I made her cutie mark have a more lightning-y look, like made little lightnings. I'm not a professional at drawing lightnings, I'm sorry. Then I give her a little background and we're done. So that's it for now, and oh my god, I've been recording for 22 minutes. How am I gonna edit that? Anyways, yeah, I hope you liked these designs. Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and you can go vote for that thing, you know, if I should do the OCs first or the Equestria girls. You know, this video is a lot of yapping. Yeah. So anyways, goodbye! Hey everyone, Aunt Cardiana here. I wanted to thank you for 100 subscribers. Like really, thank you. And also we have our very first fan art. That was a tongue twister. Thanks to Spot for drawing me. Honestly, I'm flattered and I'm honored. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, subscribe. Bye!